Welcome, everyone. It is ejection week, and oh my God, we're almost there. We are almost there. Biden officially almost has all the numbers. Kamala Harris is going to be the first female in the White House with any sort of power. That's it. Kamala Harris is going to be one beat away from the presidency. This is historic. No one's called it yet, but the math says that it's over. I haven't officially called it yet. I've been spending a lot of time just making fancy graphics. I'll probably turn that off after a while because people will be like, hey, that's too distracting. I can't concentrate. I have AD. Oh, did you see that horse? All right. Let's get into this. I just pulled up the... Hey, Collins Jackson's family. Hey, welcome. This is the live stream. This is what we do. This is ejection night coverage. This is ejection week coverage. If need be, it'll be ejection month coverage. There's likely to be a lot of lawsuits after this. It won't matter. There is a possibility the Supreme Court with Amy Coney Barron, Jackson Barron Comey, overturns things and suddenly the extra votes in Pennsylvania don't count. But if Biden picks up Nevada and Arizona, that doesn't matter anyway. So let's eject the entire year. Welcome to ejection year, everybody. I am your Heavenly Father, Kevin Williams. That's my name. And this is what we do. We chat truth to power, and hopefully we don't have much longer as the live stream, because once President Trump goes off the air, there's going to be very little lying coming out of President Trump, and we'll have to cover like Kevin McCarthy and Mitch McConnell. Stuff like that, if we have to cover that at all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my new patrons. Welcome to my current patrons. If you'd like to be a patron, if you'd like to support this sort of nonsense, go to kevinlyfather.com. I say nonsense, but honestly, I've been calling this right all along. I said Georgia would flip. I said Pennsylvania would flip. I said Georgia would flip in the 99th percentile, and that's almost where we are. Let's catch up with MSNBC, and the Kernak is still on duty. He'll catch us up on everything. Kernak, take it away. Oh yeah, buy a Subaru too. You know what's funny is I got tagged by the Latin American Music Awards for copyright violation for a car ad, because I was letting a car ad play in the background, and they decided that they owned that car ad, and they hit me with a copyright. It's like, what? Why? That's just a... Come on, let's go ahead here. I know Kernak's in here somewhere. No, guys! Here's Kernak. Let's go find Kernak, and let's play some Kernak, and he'll catch us up on things. Go ahead.
You can trust her with an ACE inhibitor or Alice.
Yeah. I know. We saw that. Okay, Yahoo TV or YouTube TV or whatever I have is acting up, but let's find...
If the lawful election process goes forward, will the president's supporters accept the lawful result?
Oh, it's just an ad. Come on.
All right, it is 1 a.m. on the
So that's my friend Stephen Hayes doing his thing.
East Coast. We seem
And his name is Chris Hayes, so he's not that good of a
to
friend.
be getting close to media outlets
I'll take
possibly
your dog.
declaring a winner in the 2020 presidential election. We are not there yet, and
have a
I have
napkin.
zero
Something
control
disappeared.
over it, as it should be.
Yeah.
Those calls are made here at NBC by the great people at our decision desk. They're made at other outlets by sort of separate entities. And honestly, let me just break the fourth wall here. If you're watching this right now, you want to find out who's going to be the next president of the United States.
Yeah.
And you want the media to make those calls.
Yes.
Again, counting the votes is what matters here, and the result being the result.
Make the call
And
yourself.
I think the prudence and caution that's being shown, I think, across the board right now is all to the good of American democracy. We need.
Oh, yeah, hey, let's use this as an adoption. This is more important. There's a dog that needs adopting. That dog is in Oregon at random. Go get the dog. An obese turtle on his back. All you have to say is that, and I know exactly what you're talking about. That's awesome, Dennis. Where did that come from? Who said that?
This would take a few days. 2 states right now are our focus at the moment. The first would be...
By the way, if you're in Facebook or you're on Periscope, you can chat from there. If you're on Twitch, you can chat from there as well. The fastest chat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With about a 7-second delay is the YouTube. So if you go to youtube.com/KevinlyFather, that's where the fastest chat is. Oh, it's a joke. Oh, Lizzie's joking. Anderson Cooper.
Georgia, that's a state the Democratic presidential candidate has not won in nearly 30 years. And the race there is almost...
If anyone has a dog to adopt, apparently at random is looking for a dog. A good boy. Or a girl.
Laughably tight. Joe Biden is now within just...
It's laughable. It's not laughable.
Just 2,000 votes, and he has been gaining steadily.
Wow.
Again, 2,000...
It's under 2,000 votes right now. 1,709 votes in Georgia. We are in the 98th percentile. We're coming up on the 99th percentile. The Republicans are saying, but what about the absentee military votes? They're going to come in and they're going to flip it back to, we'll find out. We'll find out. The whole thing is, that'll be irrelevant because Biden's going to take Pennsylvania. And when he takes Pennsylvania, I never thought it's pencil and then Vania. I never noticed that before. I just figured out yesterday, everyone's talking about, Trump is yelling about stop the count all over. It's on the Twitters. It's memes of count from Sesame Street. One banana. My whole life growing up, it never clicked for me. He's the count. He is a count. He likes to count. I just got that last night. Because when you're a kid, you hear things. I hope it's soon, Dennis. I think it's going to be in the morning while we're all sleeping here on the West Coast. I think we're all going to miss it. I feel like I can't go to sleep because I want to be there. But then again, if I sleep and I feel great and I wake up in the morning and it's done, that's a Christmas morning for me. That's a Christmas morning for America. Judges, it is. It's a Christmas morning for America.
Out of 5 million cast, Biden appears potentially poised to take the lead as those...
No, I quite seriously never connected that his name was the Count. He is a count. I got that. But the count counts, it was just, he's a count and he likes to count numbers. It never, I get it. They chose him because he is a count. Never. It was just, that's the way it is. You're a kid.
Final votes come in.
Where's Hunter? He's right here.
So we're looking at that. Now, meanwhile, the sort of all eyes of the nation right now are on those folks, those fine folks who looked like they just ran over from an airport where they were directing planes, but they are not doing that. They are counting the votes of the American people who are selecting their leader. And the vote count continues in Pennsylvania. They are planning to, God bless them, count through the night. The remaining votes, which are vote by mail, appear to overwhelmingly favor Joe Biden based on what we have been seeing for 2 days now. So if things go the way they seem to be going, as those ballots are reported out, Biden could take the lead in that crucial state very soon. And if Joe Biden wins Pennsylvania, he will be the president-elect. Based on what we have so far, particularly in Michigan and Wisconsin. Right now, our characterization of that race with 22,576 vote margin is too close to call. But you don't want to hear me talk about numbers. You want to hear Steve Kornacki.
We want the Kornacki.
And I'm joined now at the big board.
And we want you guys to call it. Just call it.
Has the latest.
It's over.
What's up and what's going on?
I can't remember, guys. Were you guys watching election night? Did I call it on election night? No, I think we went to bed saying we were in very, very good shape. And then I called it in the morning. I think I did. Once they said Wisconsin, because we weren't sure that Detroit and Milwaukee were going to come back and tip the scales that much. Here's what happened in 2016. A certain block didn't show up in Milwaukee, and a certain block didn't show up in Detroit. And those states never went in Hillary's favor. And we had a landslide. A 306 vote landslide. Here's the beauty. Here's the beautiful thing. I want to show you guys something. We're going to get to Kornacki in a second here. Let's pull up a little bit of election magic here. If Biden wins Pennsylvania, all of the other states are still outstanding. North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, Nevada. He doesn't take those. It doesn't matter. He's the president. 273 for Biden. Remember last time people were saying this is not a landslide in terms of, it's a total landslide. 306 to 223. Which, by the way, he was wrong. Every single time he said that, he's wrong. It was to 227. That's how math works. Let me show you. That's a landslide. And now the Republicans, lots of Republicans saying, yeah, but it's barely. If Biden wins, he barely wins. This is certainly not a landslide. Let's say things turn around in Georgia. Georgia goes that way. North Carolina, let's say they catch up in North Carolina. Arizona, Nevada. Now we've got 321. Let's give North Carolina right back to Trump. Let's say nobody catches up in North Carolina. It doesn't happen. It's 306. That, by Republican definition, is a landslide. A landslide. So we are looking right now at a very likely Biden landslide. I don't think Trump catches up in Arizona. If he does, it doesn't fucking matter. Correct. The judges say it doesn't fucking matter. Let's go back to what I'm really looking forward to. What I am relishing like a hot dog is for the people to say, yeah, but he only won by a vote. If it gets to just 270 or 273 or whatever. He only won by 4. Trump won by more votes. And I'll say, well, and I'll be able to say, rather than say, but she won the Electoral College, I'll be able to say, and he won the Electoral College. It's much better when you're able to put the and there. I just saved a drink, by the way. I don't want to call myself a hero, but Steve.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, Pennsylvania, there it is, 22,576. That's where it was the last time we checked in. You show the shots there. Philadelphia, they're
yeah, Trump's getting indicted. This is why he wants so badly to be president, and he will fight tooth and nail to hang on to it.
continuing to
My worry is, what is he going to do to burn down the country in vengeance?
count those votes. So we're awaiting, as you say, we're at the mercy of them when they decide to report out another batch. We will see what that does to that statewide count. I have been monitoring through the internet here. There's a live stream of the Delaware County absentee ballot count, but they shut the lights off a few minutes ago, so that's not a good sign.
Steve, I like to think that as America has been watching you for the last few days with your image burned in their retinas, that your version of Steve Kornacki is some guy counting.
A president can pardon himself. Technically, it's never been argued, but a vice president can certainly pardon a president once they become the vice president becomes president for current, future crimes, anything federal. They cannot pardon state crimes. Those are a different kettle of fish.
Votes in
As at random just pointed out, without a dog even. I want a dog.
Delaware County in Pennsylvania that you have been watching. That's who you have had your eyes glued on. But
I just want to, at some point, these two are just going to crack and go at each other. Just like, just end this thing!
So Delaware, does that mean that Delaware...
Do they take their glasses off first, or they just start throwing punches? I want to see that.
County's not going
My money? It's on the Karnak.
to report out tonight, or we don't know?
That would be my guess. They
They're not gonna
have
count in the dark.
8, 9 camera angles on there. I think one might be the cafeteria and not much light in the building. So I don't think we're going to get anything more out of Delaware County, which is
Philly,
right outside
we
of
are
Philadelphia. Philadelphia, as you can see, the question there is when is the next update and how much is going to be included in it? You know, we saw 13,000 votes in the last one. We're also waiting. There are more votes in Bucks County. There are more votes in Lehigh County. There are a ton more votes, by the way, 35,000.
Lizzie, I wasn't picturing them naked, but I'm in. I'm throwing my money down on that.
In Allegheny County. If you're wondering why we haven't been talking about Allegheny County, it's because they're going to count those and report those out tomorrow. Well, I say tomorrow. It's Friday.
Today,
they're going to later today. Friday is when they're going to do that. There had been an issue involving some of the ballots there, so for a legal reason they couldn't.
Difference right now is 22,576 in Pittsburgh. In Allegheny County alone, he will pick up somewhere in the neighborhood of 16,000 votes, likely more than that because the mail-in ballots have been coming in heavier than the normal county vote. So he is likely to pick up 16, 17, 18,000 votes just in Allegheny County. That's supposed to be tomorrow. I think they said, did they say 10 a.m.? They didn't give a time, did they? I don't know. I've been reading Dennis's comments about khakis.
Count them today so they can resume the counting tomorrow out there, but that's another big batch that nothing is happening on tonight, but still.
But by the way, the reason we're waiting for all of this is because of the Republicans, in the state legislature in Pennsylvania. The Democrats were like, let's start counting 2 weeks in advance. Let's get this through. And the Republicans are like, I dare, sir.
there may be other votes coming in from other non-Philadelphia counties. If they do, we'll see what that does to the margin. And if we don't get that, we are still waiting, as we say, on updates from Philadelphia throughout the night. We are also waiting.
I don't know if we're going to get anything.
We've mentioned.
It's been a couple of hours. I've been waiting for another update so I could jump in at about 9 o'clock. And for those of you that were watching at 9 o'clock, I saw a couple people in the room, but it was like 9:30 by the time I noticed. So I don't know that we're going to get anything, so I might start up again tomorrow morning. I don't know. I am going to sleep soundly. I'm not going to wake up early to start monitoring this, because if I do, nothing's going to happen. If I let myself sleep until I wake up, in the morning, something's going to happen. I'm going to wake up and it's going to be like, oh, it's over. And then I can't call it, and so be it. I could call it right now if I want to.
1,709. The big one here where I think, there's been a lot of suspense is Clayton County, overwhelmingly Democratic, sitting on a bunch of ballots. There was a release a few minutes ago here of literally dozens of ballots. They've done this a couple times tonight.
Dozens.
Where they spit out, 35, 50 votes, something like that. We just got one of those. That's the movement. Look, when the margin is this close and we're down to this few places, we're looking for everything we can find. That's what you got recently out of Georgia. 1,709 votes, Trump's lead statewide. But obviously, we were wondering if there's sometime soon going to be a significant update there from Clayton County. Would have an effect there. And again, we're in the early hours of Friday morning, so I might as well tell you we're starting to count down. By starting to count down, I mean we're about 8.5 hours away from Maricopa County out in Arizona, giving us another big update there that could be clarifying. But for the immediate future, it's the city of brotherly love we're all waiting for.
Yeah, let's...
I'll call it right now. I'll just say, yeah, we're calling it. Da, 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 da. I'm giving Pennsylvania to Biden. He's a winner. He's the president. Kamala Harris is the vice president. Is a winner. There, we're done. Are we done, everybody? Judges? God damn it. No, we got to wait for somebody official to do it. But I called it right there. You saw it. Biden's the winner. You like my map? It's my map. 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 It's my map.
On the off chance that anyone had the utter audacity not to be watching us an hour ago and is tuning in now, just to run this math real quick for folks again, the number of votes, mail-in votes outstanding in Philadelphia, and how those margins have been breaking and what that means for the difference, because I think it's pretty clarifying when you kind of get that in your head about where we are positioned.
Yeah, so let's. There are basically 59,000 absentee ballots, mail-in ballots, that are left to be counted in Philadelphia. Now, if we look inside Philadelphia here, overall, Joe Biden's getting 80% of the vote in Philadelphia. Heavily Democratic city. Biden's doing incredibly well there. But the absentee portion of this, the mail-in portion, Biden is getting, I'll put it up here, 91%. I think I have to press this.
Okay, so that pumps up Allegheny. If he gets 91% in Allegheny, he's looking at 17.5, 17, almost 18, somewhere right in that range.
If I did that, 91% is what Biden has been getting of the mail-in vote. So, and that's been steady. So 91% of, if you have 59,000, if that holds, he's netting more than enough, to overtake Donald Trump statewide.
I thought Kernack was just going to come out with he's netting 37,157, give or take.
Yeah, that's so. Just to get that number, that's about 50. That's about 53,690, and then you got to less out the remaining. 5,000 votes, but you're looking about a net of 48,000 votes. So if the outstanding Philadelphia, we're just talking about Philadelphia, outstanding Philadelphia mail-in votes continue to break in the way that they have broken fairly consistency. This has not moved up and down a ton. You're looking at a maybe 48,000 swing towards Joe Biden, which would, overtake and then put him 26.
Hey, whoever vote blue is, I'm not sure. I can't tell who you are from this screen. But hey, good to see you.
1,000 votes up in Pennsylvania. Again, just Philly, just in Pennsylvania. and we think we might get a few more bursts of those votes out
Call
from that
it.
city in the next hour
Just
or two.
I don't want to have to call
right?
it again.
Right, and that's why we're, all eyes are kind of on it overnight, because we think we will get, more updates here. I've been trying to divine kind of a pattern here from their results, because sometimes they do them, an hour and a half, 2 hours apart. Sometimes they do them much longer apart. Sometimes they release 13,000 votes, sometimes 4,000. So I have no idea what goes into that formula.
Yeah.
But, we just had a big one now probably about 2 hours ago. We're waiting to see if we get another big one. We're also waiting to see, other places that have significant outstanding mail-in ballot right now. As I say, here, Lehigh County, Allentown, there's about 10,000. There's 35,000 in Pittsburgh, Allegheny County. Just looking here, the other big ones here. Yeah, we've got a couple others, 3,000, 4,000. Actually, these are the biggest at this point, I would say. The 59,000 that you got in Philadelphia, the 10,000 that you got in Lehigh. Oh, and then you got 10,000 more as well in Bucks County. These are the 10,000 and above club. Here you go. You're looking at it.
All right. Steve Kornacki, thank you for that update. We're all just watching, waiting for some sort of Pavlovian ring of the bell that will tell us that there are new votes out there, and we will come back to it. One of the big
questions. All right, let's go see what's on one of the other channels here.
Close to
they're talking congressional fallout.
We will hear from
yeah, so Fox today has been all about how bad it is for the Democrats in the House and the Senate. They're really not talking much about President Trump at all. It's as if this is just not happening. They are talking about, they're having Trump's people come on and talk about all this election fraud that's going on. These questions need to be asked. They really do. There are still some news people on Fox, but most of the shows now, it's all about someone should be asking these questions. Americans deserve answers. Now, we want an election, but we want the legal vote, the fairness,
Based on that, the perspective of the Biden campaign, I'm joined by NBC News correspondent Mike.
Okay, yeah, let's go find somebody else doing some stuff. That's Don Lemon there. Let's go here. Let's start at the beginning. I'm not sure I'm going to stay on long tonight because I don't know that we're going to get any more
The winners, House liberals, who saw their ranks.
If anybody sees... why is this not recorded? Interesting. YouTube's TV is being screwy the last couple of days. If somebody sees some results, new results coming in either Arizona or Georgia, let me know.
Grow. But the biggest loser of all could be House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Some House Democrats.
This happens every election. And this is something else that Fox News has been doing all day. Attack Nancy Pelosi. Attack, attack, attack. Remember last time they attacked and they're like, yeah, she could not be the House leader anymore. She might not be the speaker. There's a relegation of Democrats. And they're going to, and it was like 8 or something. 14. I forget what the vote was, but it was like 195 to 20, whatever it was. She's not in danger of losing her position as House Speaker. But this is what they're talking about. So they're done with the election. They're like, we don't want to talk about Trump anymore. We need to focus on Nancy Pelosi. They got to have a boogeyman. Why? Because anger keeps people engaged. Toilet paper belongs on the inside. Should be pulling it from the inside. Does that make anybody angry? Makes me angry. Used to make me really angry, and then I timed myself. I had a stopwatch on my phone, and I timed myself, and it took me 8 seconds to turn toilet paper around. It's not worth the nightmare of trying to figure, especially when it was down to just myself and Kevin Lee daughter. So can you please, not worth it. Not worth it.
Are grumbling privately after the party failed to increase its numbers, dwindling the majority to a bare minimum, and they want Pelosi out.
It is not a bare minimum. Anything above 50% is fine. That's how it works. Bare minimum.
Some Democrats hope caucus chairman Hakeem Jeffries challenges Pelosi.
If you were going to challenge Nancy Pelosi, it is an uphill battle.
Former North Carolina Congressman Heath Shuler should know. He ran against Pelosi for minority leader after Democrats lost the House in 2010.
Yes,
and Pelosi handily defeated him.
I think she understood it.
Crushed him. Here's the deal. Pelosi is very well liked by the ancient guard. She's a fundraising machine. And Speaker Pelosi, believe it or not, has never lost a vote. Boehner lost votes. What's his name? Paul certainly lost votes. Republican speakers lose votes. Democratic speakers lose votes. Pelosi's never lost a vote. She's really, really good at what she does, regardless of what you think of her.
And because of the way I handled it, I think at the very end of the day, it was a...
And now you're gone. What else is going
to
on?
jail time. An opposition group fought this measure, claiming it was a way to defund police. Akron, Ohio now mandating the public release of dashboard and body cam footage in police-involved deaths.
Yeah, well, that should be. I guess that's reforming the police. Let's see what's going on back. Breaking news. Let's see if there's actual breaking news on this.
State, both of them are Republicans, and their administration, the messages they're sending about confidence in the vote.
Nothing new in Phoenix. Let me go check out my source over here. I'll pull up the New York Times on Arizona and see if there's anything over here, and then we might wrap up for the night. This will be just a quick half-hour broadcast. Andy says, I cooled a bottle of champagne and behead it no matter of what time of day it is. Okay, so you're good to go. No, they haven't called it for Biden, but I have. One more, just in case, because I think Andy missed it. I think Stephanie missed it. I'm calling it for Biden. Da 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 da. I've got more graphics than that too, because I don't think they're going to call it when he takes over the lead in Pennsylvania. I don't think they're actually going to call it yet. Why? Because it's really good for ratings to keep it hanging on. Traditionally, the AP is an immediate source. Fox News might be the one to call it, but it's like dominoes. Once one of them does it, they're just like blah, 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 blah. There's no win for Trump right now. So when Biden passes him in Pennsylvania, which unless the sky falls on Pennsylvania is going to happen, I did just want to show off my fancy graphics. That is correct. Good job. Yeah, nothing new coming in. Wait, isn't that this guy? Isn't that forget his name, but he's all over the Twitter. Who will call it? It'll happen whenever the results come in from Pennsylvania. And I think it's going to be early tomorrow morning. So I think I am going to get some sleep. Wake up early, see what's going on. And then we'll get together tomorrow morning. And that'll let our East Coast friends join us as well. Because this broadcast didn't start until about 1 a.m. East Coast time. So I know most people who watch us are fast away memes right now. And can't be joining us. So you guys go sleeps. Nothing's coming in from Arizona. I was hoping something was going to come in. We've given it a half an hour of leeway. Let's check it on. Let's find an Arizona station. See what we can do there. Give me a second here. TV stations, news, Arizona News Channel 7. Phoenix leading local news. Let's try that. And I'm just looking for somebody who's got news broadcasting right now, and they'll show us news. Nope. How about something ABC 15? Let's go to the ABC, see if they're going to give us... Oh, Watch Live. There we go. Let's see what they got going on with the ABC News 15. I don't know if that's... Okay, here we go. Live stream schedule, 12 a.m. They don't do the daylight savings. I don't know. Are they on our time right now? Or are they an hour ahead? What's going on in Phoenix? Anybody know? The 10 ABC News at 10 started at 10. Okay, so there'll just be a replay at 10:36, and I think that's coming up almost immediately. Let's watch live. No. Here we go. Is there sound?
ABC 15 continues to give voters a voice. And tonight we get the perspective of a retired educator who went back to teaching during the pandemic. She shares...
Okay, well, that's not what we're looking for, as much as a feel-good story as it is. So they're an hour ahead. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything there. Let's just go live with Steve or with Chris and see. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, let's drag it into, nope, that's not going to do it. Let's pull down here, and we'll do it this way. Join live. He looks tired, almost as tired as I am. Oh, MSNBC has new numbers. Go. Well, come on, I'm waiting for it. Live. Let's go to another station and come right back. Let's go to CNN.
To power your home anytime.
Force jump it. Here we go. Join live. What do we got? Where are they getting new numbers from? Here we go.
229. Remember, this had been 22,576 before.
Holy
this,
shit.
come down
So they just got numbers from
4,300
Pennsylvania.
with this
Let's
update.
back up, kids. Let's find out where this is from.
Is that enough of a tease? Actually, all right, we're not going to go to break. Maybe we do have some new numbers. Let's go to Steve Kornacki. What do we got there, Steve?
Yep, we just got, Chris, some numbers from Philadelphia.
There you go.
And you can see here, and it's interesting, well, first of all, Donald Trump's lead down to 18,229. Remember, this had been 22,576 before this, so it's come down 4,300 votes with this update. Again, from Philadelphia, that Biden is winning overwhelmingly. Also, I think, it shows Philadelphia, it's been about 2.5 hours. I would say about 2.5 hours since their last update from Philadelphia. So they get another one out, brings it down to 18,200. They are working overnight. Clearly, they are still reporting these out. And we'll keep looking at this. We'll see what's to come here. We're trying to get a sense if there are any other counties in Pennsylvania that are doing this overnight. It may just be Philadelphia, but there is a significant update. Brings it further down, 18,229. And again, with this update now, the number of ballots we think are left in Philadelphia still sits at about 53, a little under 54,000 ballots left still in Philadelphia.
All right, so I'm backing out the math here, but that sounds to me like we got a 5,000 vote. We got 5,000 votes total and a margin of 4,300 votes.
Yeah, I can get the exact number here. Adam, what were the Biden-Trump splits for this?
There we go.
5,073 for Biden and 726 for Trump. So, yeah,
usefully representative, right? So this is what we're talking about, right? So you've got, when we talked to you early in the night, we had 59,000 outstanding.
Yep.
We get those in, and you're seeing, just an enormous spread that nets 4,300 votes for Joe Biden, and there's still 8 or 9 tranches of about that size.
Tranches.
Yeah, that size.
I love elections because I get to say tranches a whole bunch.
Before this, the last update before this, they put 13,000 ballots out, and that was when they did that Trump lead came down by about almost 11,000 votes at once. So the pattern is totally consistent here. Every single update we get of these absentee ballots, of these mail-in ballots, Biden is making gains. And every single one we get from Philadelphia, the gains are even bigger because Biden is just winning the mail-in vote by such an extraordinary margin there.
Do we also have, do we have any new numbers elsewhere?
Yes, Georgia.
Good. Okay.
So, here's the thing on Georgia. This happens sometimes with this system. There are new votes that were just reported out by Clayton County.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, and Clayton County, we'll just remind folks,
that's where the airport is.
Clayton County, right outside Atlanta, hugely Democratic area.
Yeah.
They're sitting on a couple thousand, and they seem to be releasing these in very small increments. And they just did again, and our system has not actually, it's not caught up in our system yet. It soon will. But Joe Biden won 249 votes in the latest update from Clayton County, and Donald Trump won 19. So it's a 230 vote difference. So really what that does is that brings this down to 1479. Right. That is the new statewide lead for Donald Trump. That'll be reflected in our system, I imagine, soon, because, again, we're getting this directly from Clayton County's election website where they report out their vote. That is what they're currently now reporting, and it means, again, 1479 would be Donald Trump's lead statewide, and more to come in Clayton, more to come in Gwinnett, more to come in a lot of these Democratic counties. So plenty of votes there, certainly on paper, for Biden to catch Trump.
Yeah, let's just again, for people to understand the math trajectories here, because in some ways there's a kind of In both these cases, and I don't think this is true in Arizona because it's a much less clear set of votes and what they're doing. In Pennsylvania and Georgia right now, it's giving you a sense of what these margins are in very Democratic.
Sorry, guys, that was super loud. That wasn't supposed to play. It just started to play on its own. But I called it again, and that time there was music. I can't hear the music. I'm assuming you guys could hear the music, and I'm assuming it was very, very loud. If it was loud, let me know, because I just turned it down. Yeah, that one was mine. So I wish it was theirs, calling it. No, that one was mine. Want to see it again? Here it comes. And now there's no music. Okay? Yeah, so I don't know. It's the whole system. But could you guys hear the music that time? One more time, because I want to get this ready for when it. Oh, was it that loud? Sorry, Rich. It's. Come on, where is it? It's not. Okay, I gotta. I'll have to let you guys go, and then I'll set it after I let you guys go. But that's. So that's that. Let's go back to these guys.
Places using a method of voting that had already been polarized towards Democrats. You're getting margins like that.
Right. No, exactly.
There's still a chance to take the Senate, depending on what's happening. So what's happening in Georgia right now is that the incumbent is not getting the required 50%. So we're going to have two runoffs in Georgia. We picked up one already in Arizona, but it hasn't been called yet. We need one more. But here's the thing. Let me go back to these guys. I want to make sure that...
Exactly, and it's not quite as... The difference between Georgia and Pennsylvania on this, there is a difference. Whereas, I just showed you Clayton. It's already an 85% Democratic. I mean, whatever method of voting you're using, it's going to be that lopsidedly Democratic. The other counties in Georgia, though, the red counties in Georgia, when you look at these numbers, some of them Trump's not doing that bad when you do the absentee ballots.
Not like Pennsylvania.
Right, but even that was the big thing earlier, I think. Here we were looking in Forsyth County earlier in Georgia. Look, Trump's winning overall by a 2-to-1 margin, and we knew they were sitting at about 5,000 of these absentee ballots, and we said...
Okay, they've called Maine for Susan Collins. That was the fourth that we were looking for, so, oh well.
Well, geez, is this going to be one of these places where Trump actually in the mail adds some vote? And actually, there was one recent update. They've done two or three updates.
But here's the thing. So Susan Collins wins, that's fine. Here's the deal. If we pick up, if we win in Georgia in the special elections, if we win both those seats in Georgia, and Georgia just went blue, the Democrats are going to have a ton of money to pour into Georgia, and the Trump people, the Trump Republicans, are not going to be interested in politics anymore. So they're just not going to come out and vote. The Republicans running for special election to the Senate, both of them in Georgia, will not have Trump's base behind them. And I don't know if they're going to ask for Trump's endorsement or not, because Trump will then be an embarrassment, a pariah on the party. I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see if they beg for Trump's endorsement and Trump tries to get his base out there, but his base... if you've ever watched even a Trump rally, anybody else who's speaking, they're like, get off, get off. It's like an opening act. They don't care. They're there to see you two, and they're not going to listen to Smash Mouth. Same deal. So you could end up with two Democratic senators in Georgia, which then ties the Senate, which is fine because guess who's going to break that tie? Vice President fucking Harris. That's who. And in January, the Democrats then begin to control the Senate, both branches of government that matter. Now, are they going to balance out the court? We'll see. We don't know. Yes, I shaved. Yeah, all shaved. I got an audition I got to do, so I got to shave because the guy I'm supposed to look like is shaved. And I can't. You know the guy that I'm supposed to look like, everyone, but I can't tell you. Yeah, so anyway, so that'll be interesting as well. Let's just check in one more time, see if any other numbers have come in here. It's now commercials. Oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He looks He looks excited. Hold on. Something might have just dumped from Arizona. Okay, I see Arizona on his map right there, and something exciting is
messaging was
happening.
so intense.
Here we go.
About don't trust the postal service. Did I get that right? Is that basically the?
That's it. I mean, if you look at it this way, right? There's two buckets here of the vote that's being tallied since in the last couple days in Arizona. There's two buckets. All of it you could call the late arriving absentee vote, the late arriving mail vote. The first bucket was.
I don't think actually any new numbers came in.
Was the Saturday, Sunday, and I think a little some of the Monday before the election, but really the weekend before the election. These are votes that were received in the mail then. And there, Donald Trump in Maricopa County is getting about 59% of the vote. And that puts him, as we say, that puts him right where he wants to be if he wants to overtake him. Now, the new one, that Vaughn is talking about here is folks who, on Election Day, I'm not sure what I'm writing. I'm writing Election Day. On Election Day, I'll draw a picture of a car. Got in the car, drove it in. And what we know about these voters, the thing is we do have the stats on who took these ballots and returned them.
Right, they're tranches, Steve. They're tranches. Although the tranches go into the bucket, so he's technically correct. Okay, Arizona right now, at random is correct. It's at a 47,052 vote difference. That's Trump trying to make up that difference. He might. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Unless Biden somehow loses Pennsylvania, but I don't think he will. Why? Because I called it. Where is the sound? There it is. Okay, now I have a level. Sorry. Oh, it's still playing. Stop playing. Music, shut up. I don't know what's going on with that. Wait, which one is that? Okay. I don't know anything that's going on. Oh, it's that one. Did you guys hear mute? Okay, here, one more time. Cover your ears or turn off your volume or something, because here it comes again. There it is. That's the music. Democrats have reached. There, that's about the right level. Okay. That's the level for when we finally announce it. I do.
Where are you going?
That's about the time we usually say goodbye. Is there a little bit of a delay on the music? Okay. So I think that'll work out. I think we're ready for this to happen. Arizona, we don't care about happening. If Pennsylvania happens, I hope we hang on to Arizona. We will get Nevada. Hey, Barb, we're just packing up. I'm sorry. We're just going to bed because by the time we wake up in the morning, we might have the first female vice president of the United States. Oh, and Joe Biden will be president as well. So that's going to happen in the overnight hours. To catch you up, Barb, Biden is catching up in Pennsylvania. If Pennsylvania flips for Biden, and it should overnight or in the early morning, then it's Christmas Day for America. And what do we get for Christmas? We're all getting COVID for Christmas. Grandma and Grandpa gonna die. What I got to do is I got to figure out how to get the pitch of the bell. Like I need a tuning fork or a little one of those little harmonicas that does a single note, so that I can get because the ding ding would be great if it was finishing up on the high note for that. We'll get DACA back. Everything will be better. Look at this. Poor Steve. Poor Chris is falling asleep. I'm going to let him sleep. I'm going to say goodnight, folks. And I think what we'll do... we'll do the... I don't even want to wait through the closing credits. Barb, I know. You'll be able to watch the results come in the whole day. The trouble is, though, is that it's overnight here, Barb. But you're used to that out there in the Belgiums. So we will see you tomorrow, guys. I'm in a fantastic mood. You should be, too. It's over. It is over. Biden will be the next president of the United States. Don't stress about it. Nobody has called it yet because they want to cover their asses, but it's over. I was right about Trump last time. What's 240K, Joanna? You can't just say, oh my God, 240K with no explanation. Come on, Joanna, let us know. You're stressed about 240K? About 240K votes in Arizona? About 240K votes being left in Arizona? Is that what you're stressed about, Joanna? We're waiting on Joanna. Joanna's just trying to keep me up. No one is, Jethro, no one's putting the Republicans in concentration camps. They should be. No, they shouldn't. The red box number. Oh, yeah. No, that's the red box number. To end on a very sad note, the red box number is the number of COVID cases. We just entered exponential growth in the United States. The tests haven't really reflected it yet. We had a gain of about 16,000 new cases today. Yesterday was about 206. Today was 220 some. Sorry, 120 some. Just in one day. These are cases, not deaths. Death, I don't even want to get into it right now. Let's try and enjoy the fact that Trump is gone. He's done in a couple of months. And it's going to be a terrible 2 months. But at least we finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. And Trump is like Wile E. Coyote. He's going to run straight into that tunnel. It's going to be a painting. Chris did cover that earlier. Yeah, okay, kids. I'm going to go to bed. You should too. Here are some closing credits. Thanks for watching.